Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the offices of the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management for Marion County. Today we go inside these offices and listen as the groups who have been working in the Mannington flood disaster relief discuss what's happening in very broad arenas and yet more specific attention to details as well. We'll hear from the Marion County Health Department. We'll hear from the West Virginia Army National Guard, the American Red Cross, and it'll be led by the moderator and the executive director of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, Chris McIntire. In addition, we'll have opportunity to look at some graphs and to share in the conversation about what's being done for the people, and finally the new location for sharing and giving and distributing of items to 617 Virginia Avenue through the connecting link. And we will talk to its executive director, Jone Webb, and about how this is going to happen. So stay tuned. Health concerns.
6 pallets of lime were ordered that arrived today. We talk about the distribution.
6 pallets of liver lime.
Well, I've just got to vaccinate some tetanus and TB, which is a phenomenal response.
300 tetanus shots.
We had 5 off-site clinics.
5 off-site clinics.
Last off-site clinic was yesterday from 2 to 6.
No permit fees charged for the distribution of food at the disaster sites in Mannington.
So I think from the information, if you gave out that packet of stuff we handed out first.
Information was given out on molds and cleanup within the home and wells. And Dennis has all that information from 911 on their webpage about cleaning up your homes, your wells, your property. And now Jamie Moore has said that after 3 decons that now they are painting the whole park. Chris McIntire says no one has an issue with water right now. It seems to have plenty of water for everybody. The next item is
the feeding plan. The current feeding operations.
Feeding plan.
In high school. Sunday we fed 122, Monday 168, Tuesday 135, Wednesday 145, Thursday 122. Today, we should have the numbers back about 2:30. We'll look at it. Our plan, well, let me think of this. The Board of Education has been wonderful. They purchased the food, stepped up and donated the food.
The Board of Education has purchased the food with the Health Department's approval. Red Cross is helping with mobile deliveries.
There will become the point where we have to turn this over to
Monday, the connecting link will take over the distribution of food and the information on the distribution.
All right, first off, everyone, Lieutenant Johnny Cower, 201st Field Artillery out of Morgantown. I want to say it's an honor to be here helping out. For the debris management, we got started right away with the actual damage assessment, which was our first mission when we arrived here. We transitioned then to removing the debris out in the field. We got started on 31 July, in which we got 42 loads of debris out of Mannington. We then have since made our operations a little more efficient, going from 62, 82 until yesterday with 97 loads being moved out of the Marion County area for a total of 283 we've removed thus far. And to paint the picture a little better with that information, this was our plan going into it. We arrived and put our initial engineering assets right in the town of Mannington, as well as an air guard unit we placed in Farmington. That air guard unit since has been completing their work in Farmington and moving towards Mannington from there. The engineering assets, as they cleared Mannington, begin developing their plan of moving both north and west. The issue we're running into now is we're having to do some continual debris recon to get our eyes out there to see where it is. We just found out this morning that although, like you can see here, the number of damages right here, we were anticipating a lot of debris, and it initially was there when we were out there. We checked this morning, and a lot of that's been cleared out on its own. So we're looking for where those debris piles are. So that's what our main goal is right now, to identify those, and as we finish up the major centers on the main highway, get a plan for getting those out of the outlying areas. We will have some new assets on ground this weekend from an engineering unit that's drilling. So we'll have more dump trucks, more equipment, more soldiers to help get that out of here. So we anticipate making some good progress on that and being complete in the next couple of days. And then the final slide here was the water buffalo placement. We removed a couple of these because of the lack of use, but we have transitioned a few around up to the north where a lot of the well water problems were reported, and we'll continue to monitor those, redeploy them if necessary, and move them around if necessary, just to make sure that the people out there have that water source option. So my colleague here, Lieutenant Harvey, and I would entertain any questions you have with our debris movement plan or anything such as that that you may have at this point.
Any questions for those? Anybody?
And I'll just wrap up just by saying again, you know, it's an honor to be here. We received this rock the other day, painted by a little girl in town who gave it to one of our units. Wrote Army on it. You know, they're asking to see inside the vehicles. You know, take some photos with the guys out there. The population is really treating us well, and I can't say enough for Chris and his team here. They've made it so easy. They have such a great operation, and they've taken care of us, fed us, made sure we had a place to sleep. They make our job easy. So we're going to keep working. We're going to make sure we take care of you all. You just let us know what you need. That's what the West Virginia National Guard is here for.
So as the Guard troops get out there and continue what they're doing, tomorrow we're going to have an emergency contract bid process at 12 o'clock at the Idaho landfill. We're going to call contractors in today, have them use the landfill, and we're going to hold the bid process and award a bid tomorrow. And we should have trucks rolling from the landfill at Idaho to Meadowfield Sunday. What we told everyone yesterday, we put out our unified message to everyone yesterday that Saturday, everything needs to be on the curb by Saturday. The problem, I know it takes time to get these things out of your houses, but that'll be 1 week into it. And the problem they're having, they'll clean a street up, they'll get to the next street, and 2 hours later the stuff's back in the first street again, and we're starting the process over. That way we can't get our units out in the field and do what they need to do. So unfortunately we have to have a cutoff time, but I would say we're continuing to evaluate the plan as we roll along with this. So we're hoping sometime next week we need to end the operations at Idaho, and then we can clear that site up and restore it back to normal operations at the Idaho site. Next. FEMA, there's unfortunately nobody here from FEMA. I wish there was. Yesterday, this is when the FEMA people come in, as they did yesterday and the day before. This is where the step is now. They're now writing it up. It'll go to the Homeland Security office, and then once that happens, it'll go be pushed to the governor. And if they feel that there's enough damage from what they've seen, they'll push it over to Region 6 for FEMA, or Region 5. That might be the wrong number. Region 5 or 6 from FEMA. And then if they bless that, then it'll move on to the president to be signed as a disaster declaration. So there's not a lot of control that we have over that. However, there's an appeal process. If we get to FEMA Region 5 or 6, that stage, and they decline us, the state of West Virginia does have an appeal process, and they are very aggressive. The state is, the Homeland Security Director, and they will kick back. Under the congressman said, and the senator said, they would kick back if something didn't happen. So they'll put some leverage on these people so we can get some help for the citizens. Donation management. We got kind of to be clear with what happens here. Donation management, the county government has no capacity or jurisdiction over donation management, but we have to help these agencies get a handle on what's happening. There has to be a point that we work on these donations and make sure they go to the entire area and ensure that all needs are met and that there's no criteria for a flood victim by income or anything that would discriminate them from getting the proper supplies. However, it must be verified by address. We do have people, we've had reports of at least 3 so far, falsifying information to get these items and they're reselling it. So we do have that issue going on right now.
We have set up a system now to where we have volunteers and or staff that will be at the Virginia Street location. and they will help the clients fill out name, address, basic information, what their needs are, and then we'll move from there. If it's there in the building, then we'll help them get what it is they need.
After we're done, we have to think, when we get to the long-term part of this, what are we going to do with all those clothes that nobody comes to get? Years.
Oh yeah. Trying to begging people, please come and get these MREs. And that's the thing. All this stuff gets donated. You don't need one person to see, and I watched them do it down south. They had to do it under the cover of darkness of stuff that couldn't be used to get rid of it. At 3 o'clock in the morning, we're out getting rid of stuff, hoping nobody sees us. Because it was stuff that couldn't be used. But one person sees you throwing something away, and then it hits social media. They're throwing things away.
Well, it comes to a point where we need to focus our community efforts and help them steer them in the right direction, what we do need and what we don't need. So that's what our goal would be. Short-term plans. The Emergency Operations Center here will continue operations until next Friday, unless something happens. We will be running with the staff that we have here managing things until next Friday.
I don't think anybody is more prepared or as well prepared to handle disaster as the folks right here in Marion County. And the reason being is we know each other, we work well together, and it doesn't matter who gets credit for what, as long as the job gets done. And this was a pretty massive undertaking. We were very fortunate in many aspects. It was confined to a certain area of the county. But I think Chris called me at 19 minutes after 5 on Saturday morning, and so then I came in and we made some phone calls and got folks mobilized. And not a single person that we called said, well, I can't do this or I can't do that. So, everyone has put in long hours, and we were all tired and we're exhausted. But the bottom line is, I'm so very proud of the efforts that we put forth to take care of our citizens. That's what it's all about. When you choose to be in public service, you have to understand there's going to be some long days and long nights, but making sure our folks are taken care of, that's what we're all about. And Chris and his staff up here did one heck of a job. And again, even though that I wasn't affected by the flood, I'm so very proud of the people in Marion County that decided to volunteer and just simply put their, I can tell you, Jamie's house had no electricity. I called him at 10 minutes after 6. He was here as soon as he got ready. So folks putting their personal needs aside to take care of the needs of citizens, unbelievable effort. So Helen, I can't thank everyone enough. So thank you so much.
We had between 40 and 50 people rescued by boat, taken out of their homes, and no loss of life with it. And to do that, it just unbelievable.
Jone, you've come into this arena now. You're going to kind of coordinate relief efforts beginning on Monday. So tell us what's involved here for the citizens of Mannington and surrounding area.
Well, we're thrilled to be a part of this because I think it shows that there's collaboration in everything we do in the county to help those that need us. And I think that Connecting Link plays this role because we can screen people, we can figure out what their needs are and how we can best suit those needs without running here, there, and everywhere. A one-stop shop to try to get things taken care of so you can get life back to normal.
Good point. And you can verify and you can make sure that nobody is falsifying their records to take advantage of the goodwill of others.
Right, right. We've had a lot of goodwill, and we want to make sure to spread those dollars so that we can help everyone that needs the help. We want to spread the supplies and the equipment so that we can get everybody back to a normal frame of life. And Connecting Link is very grateful for this opportunity to help our friends and neighbors in need. And so if you need us, you come to 617 Virginia Street in Mannington between the hours of 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. and we'll certainly take care of you the best we can.
Okay, and what are you taking care of for people when they come there? What would be some of the things that you will help them with?
If you're needing building supplies or something like that, we actually will give you a voucher that you can take to either the home store, Thompson's, or Alaski's, and you will of course there's a limit, but you go to each of those retailers and they will help you with what you have on your needs list, and then they will bill us, and that will be paid through donated funds that friends, relatives, and neighbors within the county have given to help those that need it the most.
Let me ask you about that. The funds, if people want to submit funds for this operation, tell me what the process.
They can make a check out to the connecting link. Our mailing address is 205 Fairmont Avenue, Fairmont, West Virginia, 26554. And that, whatever is donated, will stay in Marion County and it will go out to help those in need. So every dime counts and every dime will be accounted for, and we'll get these people back to normal.
If they need meals or food or what's the process there? Same thing, they still come to 617 Virginia Avenue?
Yes, for the next couple of weeks, and we can make sure we either get some food there that we can give you to take home, or we'll give you a resource where you can go and get a hot meal, or whatever the case may be, just to make sure that your family is fed. And for those that want to donate items, we still are in need of baby items, diapers, and things like that. That seems to be a great need right now. So
let me ask you this too. I know your staff is limited because you don't run on a high-profile budget, and you're going to have to incorporate a lot of volunteers and help. What's your thought on that? Can people volunteer to help at this point, you all at the Connecting Link up in Mannington?
we do have some volunteers on our list, but we can always use more. We have a staff person, probably myself or my executive assistant will be up there on a daily basis to make sure everything's running smoothly. And other than that, we accept volunteers to come and help us. It's very simple. No one has to handle the money. Nobody has to worry about that kind of thing. I know that's always a question, but there are a lot of other jobs that need done. So volunteers are always welcome, and you can call me at 304-363-4882 to volunteer, or just stop in, either at the Virginia Street location or in our office on Fairmont Avenue.
Okay. And you're going to start on Monday, as you mentioned, those hours, and you'll run at least for a couple of weeks.
At least a couple of weeks. We're working on staffing for 3 weeks, just in case we need to extend that.
Okay.
So.
And people can bring in all supplies there as well. Is there anything that you don't need, that you don't want, that people might be thinking that, maybe I can bring in this or that? Is there anything that you sense that you're okay with?
Clothing, we don't need any. There are plenty of places people can get clothing and donate clothing, so we'd rather not have the clothing brought in. We seem to be doing really well on water. What we need right now are cleaning supplies. Soap powder would be a good idea. Dishwashing liquid. Things that you would use on a daily basis yourself at home is what they're needing.
Okay. We appreciate that. Now, Jone, is there anything else that you need to share or say?
Just keep all these efforts of every volunteer, Homeland Security, the health departments, everyone in your prayers, your thoughts, and especially those in need, because right now this is a crisis in their life. I know people have mud up to their elbows, and they need your prayers and your thoughts and your work hands. Volunteer.
Thank you very much, Jone Webb, Executive Director of the Connecting Link, that will be coordinating all the relief efforts in Mannington beginning on Monday. Thank you. For people in the Mannington and adjacent area, beginning on Monday, all the distributions of food, mattresses, tanks, hot water tanks, other items that a family might need that was destroyed as a result of the flood can come here, right opposite the Mannington Home Center on 671 Virginia Avenue. Now that is, as you come into Mannington where the Exxon station is and the funeral home, you turn right, go down the hill, and at the end of the hill you make a left. And from then on, you will be able to negotiate your way to the end of the road, and there at the end of the road, near the end of the road, is this building. It is the place where the emergency operations will begin starting on this Monday, with the Connecting Link as coordinating all of that information. And this will be the door that you will go into the reception area, and from there you will share your information and request your needs. And when you come in, this will be the reception area right here. It's okay. One in the very back can pick up shovels and brooms, mops, anything you need for cleaning supplies. All of this by Monday will be completely filled. Right now there's a good amount of supplies already that have come from North Marion. And then as you look back on this room, bleach, detergent is underneath the tables, wipes on the far side, different kinds of cleansing. Items. And this is just one of 4 rooms that will be available to the people, at least, well, 2 major rooms that one can go and pick up stuff. If you need larger items that they have available, there will be crews that will. Now, the one thing they do not need is clothes. There's an overwhelming amount of clothes right now, and so they're concentrating just on the home items, personal goods, personal needs. When you walk through one of the hallways, there'll be some other places, some other items. It's kind of dark right now, but this will be for stand-up hot water tanks, heaters, things that you would need for your basement. And this will be the large area that large appliances will be held. There's a large door at the end of this building. Now this is the restricted area, so one cannot come in here. But in this restricted area, if you have to have an appliance, they have freezers or refrigerators or anything like this, this is where you'll come, and this is where somebody will bring it out to you. They are in need of volunteers, so if you can volunteer, you can come up here to 671 Virginia Street in Mannington anytime beginning on Monday. The hours will be from 1 until 8 p.m. on Monday, as the doors close for the end of Friday's work day for the people that are here. All right.
Hold on, this is a second.
You know how to spell Mac? Well, how do you spell your name?
M-A-S-O-N.
All right, Mason. Thank you. Look at that. And you made this? Did you help make this mac and cheese?
Yep.
All right. All right, so tell me, how was it getting ready? When did you open?
Yesterday was our first day open.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And it looks nice. There's still some trash to be picked up, but the street is clean.
Yes. They
The
have.
floors are clean.
We're still mopping every day, but yes, the guys have worked unbelievable getting the streets cleaned, and they've worked really hard for us, getting them up outside, and we're very appreciative.
Okay. Here at the restaurant, in the lovely ambiance of the facility, you get a sense of good food, good friendship, and good life. You see pictures and items from the past, not only in cupboards, not only in chalk paint that lines those walls, but also the chairs. And on the wall, there are uniforms that are prevalent to the day of North Marion and also of other people. In addition, old-time pictures hang admirably on the wall, from a scrub board to a country church, to a country bridge in the midst of a church. Homemade jewelry, and then we move to Crystal's creation, Crystal's Customs creation. The Crystal Customs creation, however, was plagued by the floor, which has buckled because of the intense pressure of the water. However, many of the items have been saved, and they're back on display for people to come in, look, admire, and perhaps even purchase. From the different eras of our century, many beautiful creations are here that will enjoy the mind and bless the heart. All here at Crystal Customs Creation in Mannington, West Virginia. And as Sarah said, unfortunately, the hair salon was damaged extensively, and so it's going to be quite a while before they are up and running, but hopefully in a very short period of time. And knowing them, it will be true. So as we stand in front of the building, that beginning on Monday will be the center for giving of items out to the people of Mannington that still need it. This is Dee Dee Meighen. This has been a public affairs program of PEGA Access and Spectrum and the Greater Fairmont Council of Churches. We hope that this has been informational and inspirational to the people of Mannington that are watching this on Facebook TV 19 or on the web at http://gfcc.peg.tv. We try to be as helpful to Fairmont, and then occasionally when a program of this nature occurs or a situation like this, we like to extend the boundaries and be as much help as we can. This information will be crucial to the people of Mannington and surrounding area as for pickup and distribution, and the funds to purchase these items will be done through generous donations of you, the general public, and they will be used to purchase the bigger equipments like the coolers, the freezers, the refrigerators, and other items. You can make a contribution by coming up here or mailing it to the connecting link in Fairmont or dropping it off in the 200 block of Fairmont Avenue. So I hope all this will be helpful. We look forward to serving you and all the people of Office of Emergency Management, Homeland Security, the connecting link, and all the other people that have gotten and been a part of helping the citizens of Marion County and of Mannington, Farmington, and surrounding area. So continue to watch us. We'll give updates as we go along, but this is Dee Dee Meighen here at the distribution center beginning on Monday, 1 p.m., reporting for TV 19. So long, take care, and be a blessing.